So hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Jason Masker with Stratascale. We are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Faker Zouaoui, Chief Analytics Officer at Asurion. Faker, how's it going today?
Good, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
How do you, once you're engaged on a solution, how are you measuring for success and progress? Are you able to quantify that? What are you doing to kind of measure how well you're doing in those areas?
That's a very good question, Jason. And I think it's important to have an oversight of every work we do and how to measure it, even before starting the work. So usually most of our initiative, if not all of them, are very tied to one or more KPIs or key business metrics that we are trying to impact, such as some examples are improving the customer satisfaction rating, increasing customer retention, reducing cost. They are usually business objectives that we work closely with the business units to understand and assess how analytics and data science can help progress and deliver value for those. So we end up measuring through extensive experimentation. We do a lot of A/B testing. It's a common thing whenever we develop a feature. And ultimate success is usually achieved through scaling these features and that have the highest impact and the highest usage from our customers or our experts. And our learnings from less successful experiments are equally valuable to us. Because we end up usually refining our hypotheses and rethinking some of them. And so we value both learnings from both success and failures.
What about innovation from your side versus direction from the business? I imagine the business has their own initiatives, priorities that roll up into data problems that get sent your way. Are you also innovating toward the business, suggesting new projects? How do you divide your initiatives between the two? Is it mostly fed from the business, or does a lot come from your side?
No, it's a good question and ties very well with the variety of analytical outcomes. What I found over the years are the business, especially in the early journey of building and putting more focus on data science, the business now know how to ask what I call descriptive questions, understanding how to make decisions, what is the data they need to run their business. They have a good and deep understanding, and they are easier. They can spell it out and understand, and have some very clear expectations of how we engage with them and where to help them and what are the right priorities. What I found the innovation fits in is primarily into, they may have some opportunities, some problems they are facing with churn or with the experience of the customer is taking too long, or cost, whatever objective is. And we usually engage our data scientists deep into the business and try to identify things where we can leverage some of our skills and tools and technologies like machine learning, and to identify things that we can do in real time to influence that KPI. So that's where innovation comes in. And although the business may not spell a clear ask or request, we identify those opportunities and work in close collaboration with the technology teams and the business unit to integrate them and measure the impact. So it goes both ways. Very
good. So what about when it comes to building the team? We all know that finding, retaining talent has been difficult over the last few years. What do you find is key to success in that? And what are you doing for your own organization? How's that been going for you?
Thanks for asking the question, because a lot of people may not think that analytics is all about people and the talent, even more than the technology behind it. So if you ask me the same question 5-10 years ago, I would say finding talent was really a difficult challenge across all organizations. A lot of academic institutions were still in their early days to open formal programs to train in data science or analytics. I think now the majority of them will have at least one, if not many, programs across different departments that train. So I would say scarcity of talent in the recent couple of years is getting definitely better. with a lot of options available for students from academic institution or even other institution that do continuous learning and provide tools. I have to believe even some of the programs we build at Ashurian around the data literacy is even helping, some of that and that, in refining the skills and providing some additional tools for people. However, the challenge is probably more in competing for the best talent and retaining them. They have a lot of options, and to go in a variety of tech companies. I think a lot of companies are putting a lot of focus on analytics and data science, no longer a question or a challenge of that supporting their growth. So we truly believe that we have developed a unique culture in our company that is contributing to, I would say, probably more than 93% attrition rate that we have achieved, retention rate, sorry, over the last couple of years. And I think there are three main attributes of our culture that are unique and has helped us, with retention. One is our model is more of a hub and spoke in the way we organize teams with the business. We bring them in close proximity to a lot of business units and give them room for creativity and collaboration, but a lot of training in how they can drive business impact. That's very exciting for a lot of analytics professionals that they feel they are making a difference to the business every day. The second one is around diversity. We have a very, very diverse team, and diversity is measured from different angles, genders, ethnicity, but also education background and skills. We hire people with psychology degree, even music degree, even understanding tone. Recently, we had a great addition to our team, of somebody that studied music technology, had an interest in data science, and his insights around the tone of the conversation, what's happening in it, have been very useful in driving some interesting use cases and value add and products that we deliver. And newer technologies like virtual reality is also, some of the recent hires we have acquired people in that domain. So, diversity comes along as a very critical. So and analytics is not one discipline and one school. It has a variety of aspects to it. And the last is we definitely spend a lot of time personally, for example, on encouraging creativity and learnings, continuous learnings, and also, as I referenced earlier, we do reward successes but also failures. Because there is a lot of learning from failures that help us tweak and identify where things can work better in future application of data science.
Well, thank you, Faker, for joining me today. And please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews.